following video contains partial nudity, sexual themes and overtones, vulgar and adult language, disturbing imagery, and just about anything you can deem as inappropriate. It is highly unsuitable for anyone under the age of 18, and viewer discretion is advised for all ages. You have been warned.
Hey there guys, it's ChaosMaelstrom time. Welcome back to more Mod Musu Quest. In the last episode, we finished things up on the fairy island to the south where we dealt with the Queen Elf and the Queen Fairy, who are now going to be waiting in hopes of us making relations better between humans and monsters so that they can return to Salaza and live here peacefully. And in this episode, and also since we went to go find Sarah, but she jumped onto Grand Barrier. She was teleported to the Monster Lord's castle, so now Sarah's at the Monster Lord's castle too. So now we have double the reason to go there. And in this episode, we're actually going to be making our progress towards going to the Monster Lord's castle because all that's left is to go to the shrine where we use the 6 orbs to revive the Holy Wings and go to the Hellgondo continent. My god, guys, we're almost to the end of part 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and go. Alright, let's go to the shrine. I've got all the orbs. It's finally time to revive the Garuda. After we revive the Garuda, we're going to the northern continent. Have you finished everything here? I already knew you were going to ask that. I won't be coming back until I finish my journey at the Monster Lord's castle. Do I have anything left here to do? I'll tell you right now. Do we have anything left here to do? No! Alright, so let's go. We head to the shrine with the 6 orbs we collected from all over the world. We come upon a small altar in the middle of the forest. It isn't even defended or anything. We just walked right in. I kind of expected a bunch of guards or maybe a couple of watchtowers or something. At least an actual egg. No, there aren't any guards, but there should be an egg! Where'd it go? Alice scurries around the altar frantically searching, but it doesn't look like the egg is anywhere to be found. Don't tell me it already hatched. No, that can't be. It will never hatch until it has all 6 orbs. Then where... I feel something hidden in the nearby trees. Is it a monster? No. His presence is human. Hey! Who's there? Ah! The man jumps at my words, but after looking at me, he calms down and comes out of hiding. Oh, humans. I thought you two were monsters for a second. The man wipes the sweat off his forehead as he walks out. I quickly glance over at Alice, but it seems as though she already transformed into her human form. Why are you here? I'm a member of Ilias' crews. Don't be surprised, but I'm Lupton, the man who has sliced apart hundreds of monsters. In the next instant, I dash forward and grab him by the neck and lift him into the air. I run forward with him dangling in the air and force him against a tree. Ah! What are you doing? The power of the air flows through my body so strong I could barely control my own strength. The large tree creaks and sways and bends as I force the man's body against the trunk. Stop it, Luca! Are you trying to kill him? Stop! Help! Really? What? Have you really killed hundreds of monsters? That's a lie. I can't kill monsters. I'm just a liar. Help! I relax my hand and let him drop to the ground. After landing on the ground, he grabs his throat and goes into a coughing fit. I thought I was going to die. I didn't think that would happen just from a little bragging. Lupton catches my gaze on him and instantly straightens up. No, forgive me, sir. Even though you're so young, you have some crazy strength. Why is a member of Ilias' crews here? Well, we're already done now, it seems. Guess that's what I get for being late. Late? Did the other members gather here already for something? A few days ago, we found this gigantic egg here. We figured it was a monster egg, so we decided to try to destroy it. But no matter how hard we smashed it, we couldn't even dent the thing. So we decided to carry it over to the headquarters. It's heavy, so a lot of us were coming here to help carry it. I see. Basically, a few hours ago, the egg was carried to the Ilias crew's headquarters. This just made everything a lot more difficult. This isn't good. If they break the egg... Don't worry, that won't happen. Humans are unable to destroy the egg. Oh, that's reassuring. That speeds things along then. I need to hurry to the headquarters to get that egg back. Of course, I doubt they're just going to hand it over to me. then I guess I'll be going. I wish you good health. Lupton rushes away as fast as he can. A 2-bit villain to the end, I guess. Luca, are you going to head to Ilia's crew's headquarters? Of course. I have to get that egg back. Yeah, we have to get Lazarus to give us an egg. I feel nervous at you going there. How about I go in your place? Huh? What do you think is gonna happen? Don't worry, they're just little hooligans like that Lupton guy. They can't compare it all to the 4 Heavenly Knights for Poseidonis. You're not acting like you usually do. That's what makes me uneasy. If you go as you are now, I'm afraid you're going to kill them. Don't worry. My father is my father. This isn't about him. If you say so. Alice's sad face doesn't brighten. In case you guys have forgotten, Luca's father was the original founder of Ilia's crews, in case it wasn't obvious, and you guys... Because that was all the way back in part 1, I believe, in the Savza continent, when we talked about that, or Savza region, bleh. Anyway, leaving the shrine, 2 of us head to the Ilia's crew's headquarters. Go away, cursor. Should be better if I put you over here. I have some business with Lazarus. Can I meet with him, please? I tell that to the guard in front of the headquarters. These guards look just as evil as their organization. Who the hell are you? Lazarus would never meet with some pissant like you. Get the hell out of here! Marcellus' son Luca came to meet you. Tell that to Lazarus. Marcellus' son? Oi, that can't be. The 2 of them look at each other in surprise. My father Marcellus was the founder of Ilia's crews. Got it. I'll tell that to the leader. Wait here for a moment. 2 guards hurry into the building. After about a minute, they come running out. Go in. Looks like Lazarus will meet with you. Leader is in the underground hall. This way. I followed the 2 of them into the headquarters. I walked through a dirty-looking lobby, down some stairs, and into a surprisingly large basement. The egg. A gigantic egg is sitting right in the middle of the room. It must have taken a lot to get it there. Standing right next to the egg is Lazarus. Ha! So it's you again. By the way, do you know how to break these eggs? I can't put a damn crack in it. Lazarus slaps the egg as he sneers at me. You knew I was Marcellus' son? How the hell could I not notice? We were friends for years. I've been with him since we were running around in fields waving sticks fighting imaginary monsters. You look just like he did as a kid. So, why'd you come here? Revenge for your for Marcellus? Revenge? For my father? What do you mean? My father was killed by a monster. That happened because he made this organization. His death was brought about by his own actions. What? You don't know? Damn, I thought you came for revenge for sure. What do you mean? My father was killed by a monster. Yeah, that's the official story. Even his own damn son believed it. You're just as stupid as your father was. What are you talking about? I killed your father. What? My vision starts to go hazy as his words slam into me. Lazarus smiles as he looks at me, unsteady on my feet. Oi, oi, don't look at me like that. I was just upholding the rules of our organization. When the leader becomes a criminal, it falls to the second in command to discipline him. I killed him once he let his guard down and disguised it as a monster attack. Even in our organization, only a couple know the truth. Why? Why would you? Marcellus betrayed us, even though he was our leader. He abandoned our ideal of eradicating the monsters and started working in secret to protect them. So I purged him from us. I stabbed him from behind and covered it up so the others wouldn't lose their morale. My father. Trying to protect them. Before we would attack them, he would sneak out and warn them. Leaking out information, warning them. He betrayed us behind the scenes whenever he could. In the end, he even let all of them migrate peacefully out of here. Your father went crazy! No! My father hated monsters! Yeah, I thought the same. After what happened at the Monster Lord's castle, our resolve should have been even deeper. We should have become demons that only lived for revenge. Lazarus pounds his fist against the egg, but his hand isn't shaking as much as mine is. Father, why would he protect the monsters? How the hell would I know? He hated them with me at first, when we founded this organization. How much have you heard about our quest to kill the Monster Lord? I haven't heard much. Did you fail before you ever reached the castle? Marcellus was the hero. I was the soldier. We had a priest and a wizard too. Filled with fancy dreams of world peace, we formed a party and went off to destroy the Monster Lord. Then, we made it all the way there, and killed her. A lot happened, but we really did kill her. No, it can't be. My dream from before. My dream where a young version of Alice's mother was killed by a hero. Is that really how it went? If the hero in my dreams was really my father, then... Then, the moment we killed the Monster Lord, the next one was born. We weren't even going to fight her, and she blew us to pieces. Before we knew what the hell was going on, we were bloody. Marcellus and I were on the verge of death after a few moments. Still can't move my left arm. Old Man Merlin's head was cut off in the first attack. Pretty little Karen. She was torn in half. I loved Karen. Marcellus did too. But that damn Monster Lord tore her to pieces right in front of us! As if her body was just paper! That girl must have been Alice. With a single blow, she put Marcellus and Lazarus on the verge of death and killed the other two. After that, Marcellus and I became demons. Revenge incarnate. We held nothing but hatred for monsters. After managing to escape with our lives, we stopped fighting monsters head on. And after I lost the ability to move my left arm, I realized the difference in power. We'll get rid of the monsters using violence from behind the scenes. That's why we formed the terrorist organization Ilias Cruz. Then, at some point, Marcellus changed. Started to try to protect and help the monsters we hated. I don't know why he started going crazy. I miss my former friend. My father didn't go crazy! My friend went insane! How could he help the monsters? He joined the enemies of the humans! No! He isn't an enemy! He was working towards coexistence! That isn't possible! Humans and monsters will never stop fighting! Even if they act friendly, you can't ever get rid of that feeling! At any point, they could tear you to pieces like paper! I've seen it! I know how quick it can happen! Even if they're more powerful, coexistence is not possible! Humans can never live together with being so much more powerful than them. You're strong, aren't you? That's why you can understand anything about those weaker than you. Those monsters could just tear people to pieces if they felt like it. How the hell could you live every day with that fear hanging over you? If humans and monsters just understood each other. You're only saying that because you're strong. The more we come to understand each other, the clearer that difference in power becomes. Your empty words are nothing but a stupid dream. You're ignoring the plight of the weak. Those that would have to live in fear of every day of the strong monster nearby. You're wrong! What's wrong? Hey, boy! No, you're wrong. You're ignoring reality. As I falter on my words, Alice suddenly appears behind me. The hell? Who are you? Though it's true your line of thinking holds some merit. It's natural for humans to fear monsters given the difference in power. But that doesn't have to be the only way. Alice, Luca and I have been to many villages and towns on the way here. In many of those places, humans and monsters are getting along. There are many more humans accepting monsters than you seem to think. Or are you just choosing to ignore reality again? What was that girl? As soon as the words leave Lazarus' mouth, his face contorts in fear and anger. You! The Monster Lord! I'd never forget that face. You killed them! You did forget about Merlin and Karen, did you? No. I haven't forgotten them for even a moment. The feeling of my magical power killed 2 people. The feeling of stealing away 2 lives. So Alice really did kill them, just like in my dream. When she saw her dead mother, she went berserk. Her rage left 2 humans dead. For coexistence, she said. Right at the verge of her death, that's what the previous Monster Lord said. She believed in us, we thought. We were going to carry out her wish. Humans and monsters living in peace. Or so we thought. Then you ran in and killed Merlin and Karen. Alice's face goes sorrowful for a moment. Then slowly goes back to her usual cold stare. I can't deny the truth. But I believe in coexistence as my predecessor did. The hell was that? How can the one who slaughtered my friend spew that crap? Stop this! Stop it already! Unable to take it any longer, I yell at him to stop. Lazarus, I know how you feel. But do you really hate monsters that much? There are humans around the world who are living together peacefully right now. Do you deny that they exist? That what has already happened is impossible? Isn't it obvious? They'll realize it eventually just as I did. There's no way we can ever live in peace with them. Humans and monsters are just different races. They still have been able to understand each other. I've seen them with my own eyes. I already told you. That difference is the problem that will forever keep us separate. It's true that our races are different. But is that reason enough to kill them? How many times do I have to repeat myself before you get it? So, it was worth killing my father over? Yeah, that's right! Your father betrayed me! Merlin and Karen too. He pissed on their graves, so I killed him! You! The burning desire for revenge explodes inside my heart. I've been paralyzed and shocked by the truth until now, but now that the truth of my father has registered within me, it's like a switch has been flipped. I'd already grabbed the hilt of my sword before I knew what I was doing. Not Angel Halo, but my old iron sword, still capable of killing. Revenge? Good! Do it! Your old man's killer is right in front of you! But even if I'm dead, your stupid idea will still be impossible! Does that mean you're prepared to die? You're going to die while refusing to admit you're wrong? I'm willing to die for my beliefs! Better than to piss on the graves of those who died before me! You... Come on! Kill me! No matter what happens, my path won't change! I'll hate monsters and keep on killing them! If you don't like it, then come on and kill me! In a fury, I draw my iron sword and press the tip of blade to Lazarus' chest. Stop. The next instant, Alice grabs my hand, still tightly grasping the iron sword. She gently pulls it back, bringing the tip away from Lazarus' heart. Alice. Am I letting her pull my sword away? Is she stopping me, or am I stopping myself? I don't know anymore. No more. Stop, Luca. There's no reason for you to dirty your hands on this man. What's wrong? Can't kill me? Even if you don't kill me, I still won't accept your thinking. Even though we're both humans, we can't even understand each other. How the hell do you think we'll ever understand monsters? Lazarus turns his glare toward Alice. How about you, Monster Lord? I killed your mother! Ha! Don't you hate me? Why don't you just tear me to pieces like you did to my friends? I see you're looking for a place to die. But I won't let you become a martyr. Alice's eyes fill with magical power. She glares at Lazarus. Alice's eyes flash, and Lazarus starts to turn to stone. What? What did you do? I won't kill you, but I'll turn you to stone. You won't die, and I'll be able to turn you back whenever I want. Damn you! With that final cry, Lazarus turns completely into a stone statue. I stand in front of him in surprise. After a few moments, I slowly start to calm down. I'm sorry, Alice. If Alice didn't step in back there, I may really have killed Lazarus. Lazarus provoked you on purpose. I think he wanted you to kill him. After that failed, he tried to get me to kill him. Somewhere in his heart, he's wishing for his own death. Dying for his beliefs. He wants to be a martyr. He wants to die? I don't know if he knows it himself. Living must be too painful for him. He must be doubting his path now. But after murdering his friend for his beliefs, there's no way he can change his direction. She talks about it as she starts talking about herself. Suddenly, the son of his closest friend that he murdered appears in front of him. He probably was unconsciously wishing to be killed by the son's own hand. Talking about another's feelings? This is unlike me. Alice says that with a sigh, then turns toward Lazarus, now a stone statue. You said you could turn him back, right? Yes, if I feel like it. Then, wait a little while. At least until I sort out some things in my heart. Lazarus has lived a painful life, but using that as an excuse, he committed far too many horrible acts. He also murdered my father. I needed some more time before I could face that fact head on. Footsteps coming down the stairs pull me back to reality. Lazarus, about tomorrow's plan. The leader turned to stone? What happened? Sorry, but Ilia's cruise is dissolved as of today. With your leader like this, you can't commit any more acts of terrorism, can you? I doubt they'll listen to that. If they just elect a new leader. Monsters are here for revenge! Run away! Help me! The two of them run away as fast as they can. Looks like the members don't match Lazarus in their conviction. Now that the situation has been cleared up, shall we focus on reviving the Garuda again? I turn back toward the large egg. It seems like it would be rather difficult to take back to the shrine. There's nothing special about the shrine location itself. We can hold the ceremony here. Then, do I just hold up the orbs? Wait, Luca. I think you should take a brief rest first. I'm fine. I don't need that. I didn't get into battle or anything. There's no reason for me to rest. Your face looks horrible. You're still in mental shock from what happened. Alice grabs me by my hand and starts to pull me away. Oi, I said I was fine. Look at yourself in a mirror. The egg won't go anywhere, so just come on. Fine, I'll rest for a while. Alice pulls my hand as she leads me out of the headquarters. She finally lets go when we reach the top of a hill overlooking Goldport. I sit down and look at the view, easily able to see the entirety of the port. I start to shiver a little bit. This place seems to get cold really quickly when night falls. But the cold wasn't the only reason I'm shivering. Seems like Alice was right. I'm still overwhelmed by all that happened. My father wasn't killed by monsters. Lazarus killed him. Soon after hearing that, I was inches away from killing Lazarus myself. I wonder if human and monsters can ever really understand each other. What's wrong? That's a strange remark coming from you. Neither Lazarus or I could put aside our differences. It even got to a point where I was about to kill him. If fellow humans are able to get to that point, then humans and monsters... I feel depressed and defeated. It feels like my faith is crumbling before me. I followed my mother's last wish and became a hero. Everyone in the village hated me, but I swallowed my feelings and became a hero. I believed in coexistence and set out on this adventure. All based on trying to atone for what my father did. I didn't even really know what the hell coexistence really meant. They were just empty words. I wasn't thinking seriously about anything. I chased after my own made-up image as a hero, and spouted off some random dream I thought up as a kid. As soon as that mask and I made started to crumble, the trauma I'd been hiding broke free. It was all just escapism. It's like you said, Alice. I was indulging myself and making myself true. Masking my true self. Now that mask is off. No, the mask hasn't come off yet. Luca, you're a true hero. It's true you're an idiot, naive, and you rush into things without thinking about them, though. You've made Lots of mistakes swinging that sword of yours around too. But why have you been doing all of this until now? It hasn't been due to anger or despair that you're feeling right now. It hasn't been some kind of mask you wore over your true feelings. Those actions all came from your heart, your true self. You never allowed anyone to terrorize someone else. Each time you came across someone acting cruel, you got angry and rushed in. You can't stand seeing weak people bullied or persecuted, because you were persecuted yourself for so long. That's your true self that has influenced everything you've done until now. I don't think there's anyone in the world with a hero-like motive than you, bleh. Even so, if I had killed Lazarus, even if I didn't stop you, you would have stopped yourself before it was too late. Alice sits down next to me and smiles. Even if I can't understand Lazarus, you and I understand each other. Or am I imagining things? Alice. Just because humans can't always reach each other doesn't mean it's impossible for humans to reach monsters. There will be humans who won't ever get along. There will be monsters who won't ever get along. It's a simple story with a sudden ending point. You have to think about how it will start and continue on, slowly getting better. I see. I understand you, a human, and Lazarus, another human, can't. Then how about monsters? The four Heavenly Knights and I know each other well, but among the rest of us, there are many who don't understand me or my actions, just like Lazarus and you. It's just a difference in the way of thinking. But just because the races are different, it doesn't mean everything is different. Then, is true understanding just an illusion? Even if it's an illusion, it's important to try. I see. Yeah, that's right. The Monster Lord shouldn't be a friend to a hero. But Alice is sitting right next to me, cheering me up. Lazarus fears monsters, so he thinks peace is impossible. But the fear itself should vanish as we get to know each other more. Right now, humans and monsters fear each other because they don't understand each other. We aren't neighbors that have to hate each other. We can come together. Even Alice and I have. A fake hero and the Monster Lord were able to understand each other after spending time together on the journey. But my father, I was trying to right his wrongs. After meeting with Lazarus, the truth of my father became clear. He set out with a hatred of monsters and changed at some point along the way. I don't know what exactly happened, but he lost his life because of it. And he was walking, as I did, in the end, for peace between man and monster. But just knowing that is enough for me. My father's death wasn't just another turn in the endless circle of violence with monsters. This isn't the time to be depressed. My father fought for the coexistence of humans and monsters. I've had my father wrong this whole time. I'll inherit his dying wish. I'm not going backwards to trying to atone for his actions anymore. I'm taking pride in my father's beliefs and way of life and pushing myself on. Phew, that's the Luca I know. You aren't suited to being sulky and depressed. Thanks. Hey, Alice. I just noticed. No, I was just able to notice. Alice herself has been looking for depressed for a while. I was able to figure out why right away. Alice killed Lazarus and my father's two friends. As soon as that was pointed out back there, she became depressed. Alphys the 15th. My mother was looking for a solution for peace. She became more and more anxious as strife and fighting got even worse. In the end, she decided to end the fighting with her own life. Just like the dream. It must have been one of Alice's memories. She was defeated by a hero. My mother thought that this would finally end the fighting. Then appearing before her was a hero. That was your father, with Lazarus and their friends. My father made it to the Monster Lord's castle? I believed my whole life that his journey ended somewhere in the middle. To think there was a hero who made it all the way there. At that time, my mother put me in a jail. It was a strong prison, augmented with sealing magic. As my mother was dying, it seems as though she told your father her intentions. With her sacrifice, she wanted peace. According to Lazarus, it seems like it shifted their hearts after learning why she did it. But I broke down the seal holding me and rushed to my mother's side. It seems as though my mother miscalculated my magical power. When I saw her lifeless body, I couldn't contain myself. When I pulled myself back together, there were 2 more corpses in front of me. I took 2 lives. Right after my mother sacrificed herself for peace, I trampled on everything she wished for. That's not it. An accident. An unbelievably horrible one. After that, my father and Lazarus hated monsters. But I can't hold Alice at fault. She was just a young child and saw her mother murdered. It happened because Alice was too young and unable to control her own power. You didn't know what you were thinking at that time, right? If you apologized to Lazarus, her painful, depressed face, I tried to tell her it wasn't her fault. Apologize for killing his friends right in front of him. Do you think Lazarus would ever accept that? Do you think I could take away his pain, anger, and hatred with some simple words? An apology would just make him suffer and get even angrier. In the end, I killed his friends. That's a fact. There's no way to apologize for that. The only thing I can do is keep acting like the cold-blooded monster lord so that he can keep hating me. Alice explodes, venting her feelings. Then calms down and closes her eyes. And I've always regretted what I did. If I never did that, my mother's ideal might still have come true. It wasn't your fault, Alice. It was a horrible accident. I gently pat Alice's head. She looks so small right now for some reason. She's been carrying this the whole time. Both her mother's wasted death and the 2 humans she killed. That's why I'll atone. For destroying my mother's wish. It isn't atonement. You're inheriting her will. Negative thoughts like that will just get you killed, so that way of thinking is better. Didn't you tell me something like that before, Alice? My mother's will. I want a world where humans and monsters can coexist together. I'm following the will of my dead father, and my own wish. Alice, you're following the will of your mother too. Let's do our best together, and continue on. Idiot. Don't group me together with you idiot. Alice closes her eyes and gently buries her head in my chest. But it was only for a moment. She quickly snaps back up. And goes back to her usual look. The Monster Lord can't be cheered up by a hero. Don't get the wrong idea, you idiot. Same here. I can't be a hero who is cheered up by the Monster Lord. Before I noticed it, we were already so alike. Struggling with our pasts, we both inherited the will of our parents. Now we're continuing on for our own dreams. Alice, why did you decide to travel around the world? I wanted to believe in my mother's dream, but I didn't think it was possible. The fighting between humans and monsters was getting heated, and the slightest spark seemed like it would set everything off. Even if I was just an individual monster, I was still the Monster Lord. If humans ever attacked us, I would have to confront them. It won't ever stay as small fights and tiny confrontations forever. Before it came to an all-out war, I thought I should see the world first. Were you looking for the good in humans? No, to be honest, it was the reverse. Humans are dirty creatures that should be oppressed. They're evil, so they have to be destroyed. I was looking for a reason to believe that. But it seems I found the opposite. Alice looks outside and smiles. In the same world that Ilias Cruz exists, there are also humans who are accepting of monsters. That may just make it possible for us to coexist in peace. I slowly begin to think that. Yeah, you're right. It can be made. A peaceful world. I believe in you. Feels like I understand Alice more now. My faith in my dream feels ever stronger than before now. For Alice's sake too, I'll definitely make it happen. But you're going to be headed toward the Monster Lord's castle now. Do you realize how dangerous it really is? Yeah. It will be a lot harder than anything before now. I understand that much at least. Hellgondo, the dangerous continent as it's sometimes called. I'll be heading there soon. It's not something I can take lightly. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and stop here. Next time on Monster Girl Quest. To Hellgondo. See you guys then. Laters.